Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Hana and Alice, a Japanese film from 2004 that was directed by Shunji Iwai. During the spring, two friends, Hana and Alice, enroll at a high school. Hana learns that a boy named Masashi is a member of a storytelling club, which prompts her to join as a member. As she continues to track him secretly, she sees him crash into a garage door, which leaves him unconscious for a moment. And as he awakes, he finds Hana leaning over him. She reveals that the blow to Masashi's head has given him a case of amnesia, and that she is his girlfriend, which obviously is not true. So Hana and Masashi soon hang out as a couple, while she continues deceiving him about their relationship. Eventually, her friend Alice becomes involved with Hana's lies by pretending to be Masashi's ex-girlfriend, and there are certain reasons why she ends up doing this. So, a little bit of a outlandish premise, but it all comes together, trust me. So, Suzuki and Yu Aoi are the lead actresses in this, and their chemistry as friends in this is immediate. I mean, right from the opening scene. These actresses really carry the film. Yu Aoi, in particular, is fantastic in this. I mean, last time I saw this film was probably about 13 years ago, but I was reminded recently when I watched it again why I instantly became a fan of hers back in the day. I mean, some actors out there have like this X factor that keeps you glued to the screen every time they show up, and she has that special ability, that special quality. And the depth and nuance of her performance is really impressive here. Suzuki is good, but Yu Aoi upstages her. There are a few cameo appearances by some big-name actors as well, which is kind of neat, so look out for those. Now, in terms of the characters, I also think that Alice's character kind of upstages Hana's, and that's Yu Aoi's character is the more interesting one. We see more of Alice's home life, and she seems to have like a rather detached relationship with both her mother and her father, who appear to be separated. I like how it's portrayed, though, because it's a very realistic situation. It has some good moments, and you could tell this family cares for one another, but there just seems to be something missing there, And it's nuance like this that really helps to add depth to the film. It's handled very well. And even though Hana is a less interesting character than Alice, she is integral to what the film tries to achieve. Her interaction with Alice is essential. It's basically the core of the story here, so it's good stuff. Now, in my opinion, Hana and Alice is Shunji Iwai in top form. It instantly wins you over with its realism, mostly realistic, and portrayal of the characters, living really their everyday lives. I mean, the way this director captures these moments is really absorbing. The beginning of the movie is almost like a montage of different moments involving our leads, and it's crafted very nicely. He focuses more on character interaction, less on plot. So there are some interesting scenes that take place at a ballet training facility, at school, at a talent agency involving modeling, etc. Iwai doesn't really care whether or not a particular scene drives the plot forward, so to speak. Most of the time, they're used to show the relationships between the characters, or simply for us to get a feel for the characters themselves. And because of this, the movie has a very kind of intimate feel to it that I really enjoyed. The ballet dance scene during the latter half is a highlight, so look out for that. This film, kind of a genre bender, shifts between drama, romance, and comedy quite effortlessly. The infusion of humor kind of elevates the charm factor, and that's kind of how I would describe this movie. It's very charming and whimsical. Now, obviously, taking a real-life perspective, it's not really nice to deceive someone into thinking they have amnesia and that you were dating them when they got this amnesia. So that's a little questionable by Hana in terms of morality, right? But even that aspect is handled well in the film. And by the end, I think Iwai does a good job of softening the immorality of that situation quite well. Technical aspects are well done. The film looks good. Really like the music as well, which is important because it's used a lot. The main theme is like a nice violin tune. One criticism that I have is that the male lead in this he's kind of a wet blanket. He's just like, he's lacking in charisma. He's reserved to the point of being rather bland. He's not really developed that well either. So if this film revolved around him, we'd have a problem. But he exists mainly as a supporting character to play off of the female leads. So in that sense, he accomplishes the purpose there. Now the runtime here is over 2 hours, but it's not a problem in this case. I did not feel like the runtime was a problem while watching this. I think it earns its runtime. So yeah, this is a very good movie. Hana and Alice, very good stuff, especially if you're into films about high schoolers and schoolgirl friendships and stuff like that. I think it's one of Iwai's most purely entertaining films. It's currently available on physical media with subtitles. I think you can find it on eBay. And there's also an anime prequel to this movie called The Case of Hana and Alice, which I have not seen, but it's on my watch list, especially after watching this film and realizing again just how impressive it is. I definitely want to check out the animated prequel. So check this one out. And as always, I'll see you next time.